It's live chat time. Good evening. Yeah, I got my room switched. So, it was a long day. Welcome to live stream. Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing? I hope you're all well tonight. I hope you're doing great. Room's cleaned up. I feel much better. Everything is switched around. I can live with it for now. I can live with it for now. Let's see if anybody gets on here. Because when people get on here, I have to talk to y'all about some stuff. My tarot table is all switched around too. It looks great. Smells good. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I do need to clean my mirrors and stuff, but other than that, I'm good. Cleaned everything else. Now it's that office. It's getting these readings done in that office. I even organized everything over there. Yes, I did. So when people get on here, I want to thank everybody for everything that they've done. Your prayers, your consistency, your support in all ways, with financially supporting me with getting readings, and thank you. I don't always put that. I have to come up with a better intro, but it's going to sound so scripted. I don't like scripted intros. I don't. I just like to be myself. It's one of the reasons I like YouTube. I can be me. People don't like it. Sorry. I like me. That's all that matters. And that's the way everybody should feel. Confident enough in themselves that who gives a shit what anyone else thinks. If I cared what anyone thought, I'd never be on YouTube. That's for damn sure. YouTube, the world has saw all of my flaws. And I don't care. You got to see what it looked like going through what I went through and the transformation of an Aries, which isn't pretty. It's pretty shattering in many ways, but very rewarding. The stuff I'm seeing happening, it's just beautiful. You know, I have way more blessings than what I do. Hi, who's everyone here? I have more blessings as a result of actually yielding and learning from my mistakes than what I do fighting against them and continue just pushing against walls. It's better just say, help. I can't do this. That was a crusher. And guess what? I saw a lot of breakthrough as a result of doing it the divine's way, doing it God's way, than doing it my own. I can say that much. By the way, my room's all moved around now, all cleaned. It smells so good in here. So I actually have my computer by my tarot, so I can even look up astrology stuff as I'm doing stuff. Yeah, I sure can. I love it. So I have everything all organized and set up. Looks good in here. So hi, who's ever on here who's not saying anything? How are you tonight? I'm doing great. So see if any of the blue crew get up in here, because apparently you're not going to say anything and you're just on here watching. If you're one of my exes on here watching, please click off. Goodbye. Because it's sad. Hi, Sarah. How are you? I'm glad you're not one of my exes. Thank God. I've had them watching me. Oh, well, thanks. Welcome. Um, I was just saying about, I don't know, what's your sign, hon? Yes, I usually read tarot, but I also do these little pep talks and I put my biz out there for your Gemini. My South Node's in Gemini. Um, I actually like Geminis. Their energy, I didn't read for them last month because Gemini is like one of my least amount of subs that I have. But I'm going to read for them this month. I love their energy. It's so much fun. They're always getting really good manifestation readings. How's your love life been? I just want to know. Because one of my things that I do general readings and I just let the spirit show me whether or not it's supposed to move into love or if it's supposed to move into just a collective manifestation. Mine too. Um, Probably going through transformation. But there should be some really good things happening, especially with Saturn. I think with Saturn moving in Aquarius, there'll be some restructuring taking place for you guys. And I think the North Node will be moving into your sign this year. Maybe not March, I'm sorry, May or June. I think the node shifts. So there'll be a lot of emphasis and focus on Geminis this year. Oh, well, thank you. I will do one this month. I have Aquarius is set up right now, and I cleaned my whole room. This is a very different view. I actually switched everything around in my room today. I talked about it last night on my live stream that I was just really tired of it. Needed a good cleaning. I cleaned everything, and I moved everything around. Well, except for my tarot table and stuff. But I did clean everything off and reorganize, so I'm good to go. Um, I think tomorrow I have Aquarius's base laid out. Maybe I'll put one out for Gemini tomorrow, since you're on here. Just make sure you watch it and you like it and you share it. That way it goes. Gemini, I love reading for Gemini. It's just they're one of my least amount of subs that I have. So it's kind of one of those things where I have to kind of put my energy into the people who have really supported my channel. And that's one of the reasons I don't read for a lot of signs is because I just have zero support from them. And I've been doing this for 2 years in March. Then again, I really have got a lot of pushback from other jealous people on the platform. So it happens. It does. There's a lot of really biased readers too. And here's the thing. That's one of the reasons. But here's the thing though. I love reading for Gemini. I just wish I'd get more circulation with them. And I don't. Heck, I've even had an astrologer friend of mine even comment on some of my Gemini readings who has like quite a bit of subs, but it doesn't seem to freaking click. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, my South Node's in Gemini, so that's part of my past soul group folks. So I completely get that energy. And it's refreshing and I love it. I dated a Gemini a long time ago. We're actually cool now, but it didn't end very well. Just put it that way. It did not. All I know is I'm ready to. Sure, you should be able to share all of my stuff. Um, I'd appreciate it too. I'm just happy, like I said, that I got a lot of the work done that I've been wanting to get done around, well, especially in my room. I really wanted to clean this room for a while, and there were some things that just needed revamped, and I got it done. Oh, well, the beautiful thing about Gemini is my daughter's an Aquarius sun, but she's a Gemini rising and a Gemini moon. And I love that kid. Like, she's borderline, I'm not even kidding. Like, she has a 99% and a 95 in math. Like, she's borderline freaking genius. And the thing is she never tapped into her real potential till her senior year of high school. And I'm like, come on, kid. I get, like, she really can. Then she has her Mars in Aries. So it's like, she could be, when she gets over the edge, man, she's out of control, that kid. But I love her to pieces. Oh my God. Geminis are very likable people and they're very freaking funny. So I do enjoy the humor. And I miss talking to some Geminis, but I don't miss, there's certain Geminis that I just, it's like, you don't know what you're going to get. The predictability isn't there all the time. But some of my best people I absolutely love are Geminis. I've had more issues with my own sign than I have had with Geminis, to be honest with you. But I love my Aries, that's for sure. Um, yeah, I'll see if I can pull out for Gemini then tomorrow. After I gotta do Aquarius, so their base is already laid out. It's weird because the readings that I've done all month have seemed to be almost like a collective buildup from Aries to the Pisces reading. It's like it went with the flow of the energy, if that makes any sense at all. They all really could be looked at as a collective reading per day. It's kind of, which might end up happening at one point, especially for divine people who've gone through this transformation stuff. It's hard to bring things down on just a basic love level. It really is. Yeah, it's hard to bring it down to just a basic. I'm not a basic reader. I'm an energy reader. I don't do this for my health. I do this to help people and to give them guidance the best that I can. I don't know what more I can do. I'm going to tell people the truth, and I know for a fact I've been 100%. Well, with I have a little margin of error, but I've been pretty consistent. When I tell people someone's not coming back, they're not fucking coming back. Period. I'm not lying. But yet these people are still stuck, and that's one of the issues that I really have with a lot of readers is they keep people stuck. And I don't think that they're doing it intentionally. I think they're honestly on here just to make money, and that's to be truthful. They're clickbaiting and they're on here to make money. They're not really on here with a genuine heart to help people, and I am. I can say that with the utmost confidence. I'm not here to screw people out of money. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm here to tell you the friggin' truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And that don't go over well with people who only want to hear so and so's coming back when they're not. And I'm not going to lie to people. Then again, not about lying. I've had certain people try and come back or make an appearance, and I'm like, oh fuck no. Um, no Mercury retrograde. This ain't happening. Keep it moving. Turning that wheel. And every time, I'm telling you guys, every time I'm tested and I pass, I get rewarded. Even if it's a little delayed, it's not delayed anymore. It's like instant manifestation. I get tested, I do what I'm told, I pass, I get stamped with approval, and I manifest something even better. Well, I'm good. I'm glad. So I'm hoping that this does help people across the board. Just be obedient to what your higher self is telling you. Do not get fixated on another person. Fixate on yourself and work on yourself. That is the most important thing. And most people are just like so stuck. And that's what pisses me off about certain tarot readers in this community. And I'm not mad. I get it. They're on here to make shmoney. I'm on here to make money too, but I'm not on here to lie to people. I'm going to tell you the truth, and hopefully the truth will set people free. That's why I'm on here. The whole reason. I'm on here to help people understand how to protect themselves. I'm on here to tell people the truth about how other people roll, and I have cards that back me up. This basically is a spiritual war we're fighting. Some people who claim they've gone through this transformation, they may have gone through some of it, but they're not on the good side of it. Just put it that way. Their egos are taking over, and it's going to be bad as far as they might have started off good, but it's where you finish. It's the finish line. That's the way it goes. It's where you end up. It's I get it. People make mistakes. We all do. We're all going to make mistakes on this journey because we're still technically human. Some of us aren't. some of, some of us are borderline on a whole different level. And especially if you know astrology and if you know tarot on top of it, and you can hear your higher self. I'm telling you, if people understood those few things about the way the planets are going, how energy works, and the power behind words and being able to read cards and intentions, I'm telling you, there's a battle going on up in the ethers that people don't even realize because they're stuck on love. When all the dang light workers, empaths that are stuck on basically narcissist is what they're stuck on. Let's just put it out there. If they would actually come up to their full potential, which they will at one point, they're going to all wake up. That's when really light is going to, we're having like mass influxes of it now. That's when light will actually honestly and goodwill toward will actually honestly take over. You have people out here teaching bullshit. And I'm just like, and the mass amount of people they have following them, and I'm like, oh God. That's why I'm always protected. That's why I make protective jewelry. It's why I make anointing oils now for protection. I'm telling you, this girl ain't getting a coronavirus. This girl ain't getting sick this year. I'm not. I've had beautiful blessings happening over the last 2 weeks from being obedient and listening to my higher self and dropping bad energy and being like, oh, hell to the no, no, no to people. And it wasn't like the one wasn't really, I had to say, oh, hell to the no, no. He has a girlfriend. But it was just, it was weird because I ran into two exes within like 3 days. It was just, the one actually came on my live stream. I miss you. Of course you do. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you probably sit there watching every single live stream I do. Oh, yeah. He was a Libra. Oh, poor fella. Didn't understand he had an empress when he did. Dude, he had an empress right there. However, he chose to be dumb. Not saying he is dumb. I'm just saying he chose dumb. He made a stupid decision. Just like most of my exes have. Then again, I'm glad. Shout out to the nun. I'm glad that she had said that she likes people not to know who she really is, like out in public. She likes people to just treat her like a regular, ordinary motherfucker. Well, just and none verbiage. I love her, and because that'll let her know, and it's true. That'll let her know who will have her back when the rubber meets the road, and that's 100% facts. I mean, I get it. Back when the Libra knew I had, um, I just started my tarot channel. I didn't even have 70 subs at that point. Not that I have a ton now, but I really should have a lot more. I mean, a lot more. But I had some blockages and some stoppages, and it's just because I refuse to not put out everything bogus lies and make it all about love. I won't do it. If the universe is telling me to tell you such and such, that's what you're going to hear. We need to be about our business right now. We need to be about making moves, what makes us happy, getting done what we need to get done. Love is a byproduct of what you put out. I honestly was not ready for what's coming. I can say that 1000%. I will appreciate it so much more when it shows up for going without it. Yeah, we do. And unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of that. I mean, there's not a whole lot of people that just come on and chat. I do. And I know that there are some, but most of them are on there to make that money. I just come on just to talk. Welcome to my Saturday night. But I'm happy. Trust me, I'd rather be here than out there with a bunch of fake fucking people. Getting drunk, wasting money, not my forte. I'd sit here and drink wine though. Sure would. But anyway, I do want to thank everybody who has been loyal subscribers, who has had my back, who has been financially supportive. My gosh, thank God. They helped get me through a really rough time. Even though like I struggled a lot, I needed to go through that struggle too. Because when everything breaks, I'm going to be so much more, and it's starting to. The cracks are in the like good foundation, but there's cracks happening, that there's a breaking open, I feel, especially for people who have gone through this ascension stuff. The people who have really worked on themselves, and the people who have really transformed their lives, and the people who were humbled by it and not got into their ego completely. I mean, yeah, we're supposed to be different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. We're supposed to be different from them. I felt different my whole damn life. You know, all I ever wanted to do half the time was fit in, and I wasn't meant to fit in. I'm meant to lead. I'm an Aries. I'm meant to lead, you know, whoever needs me. And hopefully I can lead good enough that people aren't going to need me anymore. That they can lead and go do what they need to do. I want to inspire and encourage people to be who they're called to be and be real. That's pretty much my whole mission. It's why I'm on YouTube. I mean, I'm a good reader. I know this. I'm not going to say that I'm not, but it's one of those things for me where I don't want to pat myself. I never taken a tarot class. It's not like something that I really studied or it just came. It was like an innate gift. I don't understand how I even got into where I'm at right now. I don't. And that's how, you know, I'm anointed to do this. This isn't something like, oh, that I studied and I did that. No. Nope. So the shit that it just flows and it's like boom, 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 boom. It's all God wanting to speak to people through me. And I'm just a dumb, well, I don't want to say dummy, but I'm just a vessel yielded enough to allow it to happen. Because I'm not dumb. I'm far from dumb. And here's the thing. One of the things that the universe had to teach me, and I'm going to go off on something, a tangent right now. So please excuse me while I go off on this tangent. And I've actually talked about this. It was really hard for me to read for certain signs that I dealt with that were harsh. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Even when I go off, sometimes people say my energy is pretty magic or magical, like electric, like they could sense it. Um, I honestly think if there's a bias, if a reader has a bias or doesn't like a certain sign, they really should shut their mouth. That's one of the things the universe has showed me, that there's certain times I could not do readings for certain signs because I was going through digging up stuff in my own soul that I've dealt with, and I couldn't properly read for the collective because there was a bias there that needed healed and removed before I could read. And the thing is, I see it across the board. There's certain people who hate, and I don't watch for other signs. I don't. I only watch for Aries sun because I don't need people saying, oh, well, you sound like this and this. And nope, I am who I am. All my shit's original. I only watch for my sign. I don't even watch for my rising or moon, and I should, but I don't because I don't want my gift tainted. If I want to know what's going on, I'll pull my own cards. They tell me everything. I don't. Dude, they snitched out my ex when he was cheating on me. They fucking snitched him out. Last March Aries reading. I'm telling you. I didn't even realize at the time I was pulling that it snitched my ex out, who was an Aries. I'm like, that motherfucker. When I go back and watch that reading, I'm like, right there. You should have known. Should have known better. Yeah. It snitched him out. And you want to know what? It is what it is. All I can say is you lose them how you get them. If there's one thing that I can say to people, you lose people how you get them. If you're going to be a side chick and fall into the side chick when you know they have a girlfriend, guess what? You might be the new girlfriend, but I guarantee they have a side hoe. At least one. Sorry, but I need a cigarette now talking about this. Yeah, and like I said, I broke up with him because I trusted my intuition and I heard the universe tell me to. I heard it loud. My higher self was screaming at me and showing me red flags. And it had to do with this cognitive dissonance thing where it was like, am I just imagining this? Am I just self-fulfilling prophecy in this shit? Because I was gaslit that way too. Am I just forcing this to happen? Which I'm not saying that some of it might not have been me, because a relationship does take two. But when someone's cheating and lying, there's no excuse for that. Ever. Just go to somebody else, please. If you need to get all kinds of attention from other people. And that's what these guys, because most of the guys I've dated weren't bad looking guys. Like, and they're very charming and desperate for attention. They need it. You know what that means? Energy vampire. Even my divine masculine is an energy vampire. I know this. He's not so much anymore. He's not looking so good. But I haven't saw him or talked to him in a while. But he's still my divine masculine. I still love him to pieces, and doesn't really matter. We can't be together. The universe made sure of that. And he's a Scorpio. I am too. Probably because you're either an empath or super sensitive and have gifts. I am magnet for him too. That's just the facts. I am. All I can say is to any of my exes, girlfriends or exes, um, the Gemini, he wasn't. He didn't cheat. I'll give him that. Yeah, I figured you were an empath. He didn't cheat. Um, at least like during our main part of our relationship. When it really got bad and we broke up in 2012, that's how far back we go. We actually broke up. We were together from like 2000 end of 2000, 2007 through 2012, like 4 years we were together. And it was bad. It was a bad relationship all around. And he knows it. And he grew up, and I learned a lot of lessons even way after him. So, and him and I are cool at this point. My kids knew him when they were little, and my kids love him. So, like, my kids still talk to him, probably more than they talk to me. Just kidding. They probably do talk to him a lot, though. I'm cool with that. He's not a douchey. Well, when you're breakups are always messy. But I don't have any ill will toward him at all. I still talk to his family to a degree. Try and stay away. Try and stay away from negativity. Just put it that way. And he's really not a negative person, so. But I try and stay away from negativity and just drama. And I understand people. Oh, that's a sign. People say that. No, I seriously don't go out there because of drama. I don't like it, so I don't want it. My It was hard for me to read for Scorpio for the longest time after me and my divine masculine went no contact. When I went no contact with him, it was hard for me to read. It was painful to read for them. It's even hard. My dad's a Leo. I have a lot of beloved Leos in my family. And Like my dad's a Leo, my one cousin's a Leo. I have a lot of Leo friends, but I had a really bad experience with a boss that was a Leo. So it was really hard even to read for Leos, and it shouldn't be, but it was. And they're still kind of hard to read for because there's still some stuff with that I'm working through. So it's like if you have a bias against the sign, don't read for them. That's what the universe told me. Now, I have nothing against Tauruses. I have Venus and Juno there. It's just they've been on some salty behavior lately. Just saying. They've been pretty salty. I get it. Uranus is in there now. They've had Uranus there for a year. Shit's getting shaken up. It's not fun. Especially when it's like you're, for them it'd be their first house. And for them it's all about money, finances, and stability and stuff. And when that gets shaken up, it's hard. So yeah, they're going through it. Like I knew that they would. That's why I said last year, Taurus, good luck. They're going to come out better, way, way better on the other side of all this. However, Aries has Chiron there too. So we'll be triggering people like a mother for the next 6 years. At least the evolved Aries will. Not to mention, I attract hatred. I have Pluto opposite Sun, and I have a Grand Cardinal Cross in my chart. And I have Mars in Aquarius, so I really don't give a fuck. I mean, I care because I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm still doing readings. What's your sign? If people say their sign, I'll do the readings this month for them. But there were certain readings that it's hard. It's not anymore. I mean, I've had some very good experiences now with Leos. And me and my divine masculine Scorpio are cool. I could give two shits about the Libra. I don't care. Like, whatever. I can read for Libra. It's my rising sign. I'm a Cap moon, so I don't mind reading for Capricorns. My son's a Scorpio. Like, my other son's a Capricorn. My daughter's an Aquarius. Like, I love reading for Geminis. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fixed energies that I've had a hard time with. Besides Aquarius. I always love reading for them. My Mars is there, so I could honestly tell them the truth, and they love it. I don't have any problems with Aquariuses. None. And Pisces, you got to approach them in a whole different direction, and I understand Pisces very well. So, I like those upper echelon signs for some reason. I'm good with them. Oh, yeah. Well, it's probably not going to get any better for that Taurus, just so you're aware. So you know. What's your sign though? Truth bearer. Like I said, all my readings this month, it's almost like for the collective of people who are going through this mass awakening, it's almost like a story unfolding. Aries is like becoming the Nancy Pelosi of karmic contracts, and I'm not saying I like her. Oh, you're a Sag? I just did their reading. Did you check it out? I did their reading. Their reading's done. Um, who did I do so far? I did Aries, Pisces, Aquarius. No, not Aquarius. Sorry, I didn't do them yet. I usually do. Aries, Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Oh yeah. Sagi's reading, I think, was the last one I actually did. Yeah, Sag came after Virgos. And Aquarius is next. And then I'll do Gemini since I have a Gemini on here. When people say, hey, do my sign, I will. You guys will have to come on sometime when I do live. When I go live and actually pull for all 12 zodiac signs. I was just busy doing house stuff today. I changed around my whole room. As you see, I have a different, my window is actually my backdrop. So, I moved everything around. I'll be starting my Etsy store by the end of this month. I have some of my stuff already ready to go. I'm going to be making other things though to put in there. There's a lot of things I've been working on with myself and my creativity that I'm super excited about too. So, oh yeah, well, here. Yeah, this is my room now. It's lit up in this bitch. Up there's all my owls. Yeah. Like, I even wiped down the walls, the baseboards, everything. No, it's a dust-free zone up in this bitch. Oh, my tree's behind me. I put my tree over there now. Well, it's good for now. Oh, thanks. I like the lights too. And I put my one thing that was in front of the window over here with all my... I have that all lit up. I like lights. Yeah, I do. Oh. But I went back to the colored lights on the table because Easter's coming, so I figured I'd put the colored lights back up. I don't really decorate. Just, that's what I had. So my white lights are over here. Start talking about those exes. I smoke a damn cigarette. Yeah, that's exactly. I burned some sage. I'm gonna burn some uh Palo Santo tomorrow. I had the window open all day, so, and it was snowing here, like flurrying and stuff. Interesting. Pennsylvania's been very strange. Where are y'all from anyway? Obviously, I'm from the States. I live in PA. Oh, you're from PA too? Oh, you're from New Zealand? Aw, welcome, New Zealand. Another Pennsylvania person. Yay! Hasn't our weather been crazy? Like, one day it's like 60 degrees. Nice. I actually had a New Zealand flag. Um, I might, it's probably still out there at my ex's, my family home. My ex-husband lives there. It's in the middle of Nowheresville. Yes. I actually got it from a woman. Okay, we'll backtrack a little bit. I went back in 2006, the end of 2005, 6-ish. 2000, I'll have to look at my passport when I went to Brazil. I had met a woman from New Zealand on that trip. And it was all about divine healing and praying over the sick. Because down there, they had really bad health care back then. I'm not really sure how their healthcare, if it's improved since. I'm assuming it probably has, but I love Brazilian people. They're some of the most beautiful people on the face of the earth. I'm not even kidding. It's hard to find an ugly Brazilian. Just putting it out there. They age well. probably all that fresh fruit and stuff they have. Just saying. I do like Brazil. And I enjoyed my trip there. I got to see some of the most amazing, miraculous things. Unforgettable trip. And then all hell broke loose when I came back. Due to partially my own self-sabotaging. However, if I wouldn't have done, I don't regret my past. I don't. I don't regret any of the lessons I've learned from the past. I met a woman on that trip from New Zealand, and she gave me her New Zealand flag. And I have that flag. It's probably still out there at the house in my closet. I'm positive of it. It has to be. I wish I would know because I would get it. Did the fires, wasn't there fires going on in New Zealand too? Like I have people on here from UK. I have people on here from the Middle East. I have people on here from um uh Australia, South America. Oh, well, I hope that they get them put out soon. Let it rain on those fires. Just not too much rain. Last thing anybody needs is mudslides. New Zealand is beautiful. If I'm not mistaken, it was one of those countries. I'm pretty sure it was New Zealand. Okay. Um, I'm pretty sure it was New Zealand was where the Lord of the Rings was filmed, if I'm not mistaken. So it's magical land over in New Zealand. Beautiful. So, what's your government like in New Zealand? I thought so. And I love those movies. Absolutely love those movies. And the landscape is astonishing to me. You know, to watch I get it, like some of this stuff was definitely digitally put in there, but you can't make up those mountainscapes and stuff. Just the view. Beautiful. What's your government like in New Zealand? Because I know you're a relatively small country. I know there's a lot of exposure coming out as far as within the US government. I'm happy about that. Well, welcome to oh, hey Nova Nova. Yay. There's my Saggy from Texas. Nova Nova, I got my room all moved around and cleaned. I do want to polish the wood on the floors. Everything moved around, everything's feeling good. By the way, guess what? I've been saying I wanted to do it, and I was just like, God, please let me get the money. And I found out, like I told you all, well, I said the other night about all the blessings that God has just showed me. And I had enough money to be able to get And then my daughter got her prom dress for free, and it's beautiful. So I'm sitting there like, I'm making out like a bandit here. Spirit is really blessing me and my family. Like, and then I get a $60 check from that I didn't even know that was coming. Yeah, that, shoes, and a purse. And it's so pretty. It's like aqua with silver on the top. I'll post pictures at one point, but I can't put them on right now. I don't want anybody to see her dress. It is a blessing. Absolutely. That's probably like a $400 dress. So I said, okay, Liv, I'll get your nails and your hair done that day. Oh yeah, I'll definitely have to show y'all. Um, I got her and I, because I told her I wanted to do it for her birthday, but I was really struggling with money, and I wanted to make sure I was going to get my rent, and I did. Thank God, my rent came through, and then I started getting some donations. I started getting some readings and core removals and stuff like that, and I had enough to be able to get her and I tickets to go see NF. Yay! So her and I are going to be going to see NF in Baltimore on April 26th. I'm super stoked. I love, dude, he's a divine masculine. Let's just put that out there. He's an undercover divine masculine. The real deal. He loves his wife. He doesn't talk about bitches and hoes like most rappers do. He isn't all about the shmoney, even though he has a lot, obviously. He talks about real shit, and the stuff that he talks about is like this depression, anxiety, OCD, like what a lot of us struggle with. Oh, we're definitely going to enjoy it. We both love NF. And he's, yeah, Baltimore, dude. If you do, we can connect there. So it's in Baltimore. It's pretty close. I got both of our tickets. I think they were like 100 and for all the fees and everything else, it was like $170. Salty, but I paid way more for my son's Metallica tickets. So like I gotta go with these different genres of music to keep my kids happy. My other son likes the Suicide Boys. That ought to be interesting. Even though they're not bad. Like they're kind of, you know, but not really in my taste. Oh, so worth it. And I love the fact that NF is just, I don't know, there's something, the guy speaks truth. And he's an Aries, by the way. I actually looked up his chart. I don't know what his rising sign is, but he has a lot of Capricorn in there. Obviously, he has Pluto in Pluto in Scorpio. Mm-hmm. He's an Aries. So everything he talks about over the last 10 years of his life, yo, he lost his mom when he was 18. He's 28. So that Uranus transit fucked him up too. Yep. He speaks about this ascension stuff. Dude, his video paid my dues. It shows him levitating above the couch when he's sitting there just spitting rhymes, like he's like laying there. And that video paid my dues. Is my favorite song because I can attest to this. Like I paid my freaking dues. Dude, I've been held back so much from being able to push forward. And I had to allow the universe to sit my ass down and say, now look, Missy, look it. Actually, it was Saturn that did that. And Uranus too. Uranus just uprooted everything, and Saturn was like, now look. I got really good things for you, but you can't have them because you need to learn these lessons first, and then you can. But I had to be willing and stop pushing for people who didn't respect me, didn't respect my energy, didn't respect my gifting and my calling, didn't respect me. Period. They just didn't. They didn't care. They were narcissists. Spirit showed me. I'm not saying we didn't all have those tendencies before this awakening, because I'm sure we did. It's just some of us weren't full blown. We might have had the tendencies, but we weren't actually riddled with, and I'll still say it, entities. Some of us actually were empaths, and it's a spiritual battle between good and evil. That's what's happening right now. In the dimension you can't technically see with your eyes, but you can feel it. As an empath, you feel it. You know it's there. So keeping that vibe high is important. And like I said, a lot of the stuff that NF talks about, it's just so perfect. Like, he talks about having breakdowns and everything. Like, who hasn't? These people who act like their life is just all together on TV and it's all for the cameras and for show. It's kind of sad that you have to be fake. What people see with me is what they get. I make no apologies for it at this point. I'm not apologizing for it. What you see is what you fucking get. If you don't like it, there's the X button. Or there's the door. Or I will leave myself. No problem. Deuces. However, if people choose to do the right thing and treat me right, we're cool. I had to call out a reader for being biased just tonight. And he's a big time reader. I don't give a fuck. I don't have time. I don't. I don't have time for fake and phony. I mean, if somebody, like I said, if somebody doesn't like a sign, they really shouldn't even just read for them. They shouldn't. They should just not, just skip it. Some of it, I think a lot of readers do not like Aries, and that's just the bot. I think a lot of people in general just don't like Aries, and I can see why. With some of it, I can, because they're arrogant. At least I've dealt with X's. Okay, the male gender of Aries. Let's not blanket statement this. The male gender of Aries, unless they've gone through this process, NF, I actually can look at him and say, that dude's legit. My exes all had alcohol problems. There was a trend. Had issues with drugs and alcohol. That was a big one. But when they got sober, it didn't matter. They were still a whore in the grand scheme of things. Facts. And a lot of Aries don't make no freaking bones about it. They don't care. I'm on some Aries forums on my Facebook. They don't give a fuck. They take pride in being a hoe. However, I don't. I'm all about loyalty. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Where's it at? And actually, I'd much rather somebody tell me the truth than spit lies in my face. And have me, like I said, God took me through a little series of the sequence of unfortunate events. If you actually look at my bio on here, my bio actually talks about the roller coaster ride from hell. And that was my life. Pretty much. It's getting better now. You guys are going to see the upswings at this point. And it's all going to trickle down to you guys. I hope you know this. We're on the upswing. I have not made another podcast in a while. I know. I've not made another podcast in a while. Thank you for reminding me. I actually cleaned my room today. Nova Nova. Everything's cleaned. So, not that that gives it any excuse. Earlier in the week, I had to go get my car. I had to do other shit. And I was pretty much flat on my back with ascension symptoms from like Tuesday on and doing readings. But I was dealing with this energy influx coming in, and it was just like, it's enough just to try and get out of bed again. And I'm like, no, 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 no. We aren't going this way. We can't keep on doing this because there's things that I need to get done. However, I noticed I wasn't going broke, and I was able to pay bills, and I was able to do some of the things that I needed to do. It was just, I didn't really feel like going out in the public a whole lot. So, but I will make another podcast. I'm not sure. I have a whole list of the ones that I want to do. I got to find my thing though. What do you think I should talk about next? Talk about my childhood and all the ghost stories. My childhood was all supernatural. All of it. I saw my great grandmother. I heard my great grandmother speak to me something when I was like, I think she died when I was 8 or 9. I was spending a night at my grandmother's. It was a few months after she passed. I'll tell you quick since I started this right now. But I'll actually talk about all this on my podcast. And we were all camping out on my grandmother's floor. We were having a slumber party at my grand's. And I look up and something woke me up. And I look up and there's my great grandmother who just passed in the rocking chair, rocking back and forth. And I'm just like pretending I'm sleeping. She knew she said, and I'll never forget it. And then it happened like 30 years later. She said, there's going to come a point in time where you're going to need to help take care of your grandmother. I expect you to do so. That's all she said. And I was just like, believe me, I hightailed it back to my grandmother's bed and jumped in bed with her. I'm telling you, I hightailed it back to her bedroom. And she's like, what are you doing? I said, can I sleep with you, please? It's really scary out there. Fast forward, when I was with the Gemini, actually. Fast forward, what year was that when my uncle passed? My uncle, my dad's brother, the first one, our first big loss of our family, he actually passed away. He was my dad's only brother. He was the oldest. And it was a bad time. My grandmother was so heartbroken. And like she was getting nursing coming in there anyway. But they needed to figure out, like, my dad was going up there. All the siblings were taking turns to go and spend time with my gram. She did not like being alone at nighttime. She was, heck, she was late 70s, you know. She did not like being early 80s. She did not like being alone. And I understand. Her fucking trailer was haunted as fuck. I understand why. That was all put on Indian burial ground and massacred land out there where they lived. It was haunted as fuck. I know. I spent the night there with her. There was when my uncle Butch passed, my dad called, and it all came flooding back to me. My dad was like, "So we have every." I said, "How's Graham doing?" And he's like, "Well, we have every night covered except for this Wednesday night. You know, like every other Wednesday night." I have a lot of them. My whole life was like a haunting. Not as bad as what this house was when I moved into it, but it was bad. I would see shit. I saw shit in Gettysburg with my mom, my Virgo mom. I spoke it out my mouth. I'm like, if there's anything here, I want to see you. Make yourself known. I kid you not. We drive around at the exact same spot where I said it. There stood two friggin' soldiers, a Confederate soldier and a Union officer. They looked like statues. They had no face. No face at all. They looked like they were stone. And all around them, they had like a bright blue hue, like a bright blue light. It was bizarre. But they looked like a statue. It was so weird. It's like we went into a time warp. There's so many hauntings in Gettysburg. First off, because people are going there to look for it and seek it. First off, they won't let them rest. Secondly, it's because when someone's killed or murdered in an out of time, in an untimely fashion, the spirit doesn't realize they're dead. And if there's a spiritual person that's basically a vortex like myself that brings these things out, that can pull them into the 3D like I can, yeah, I'm kind of a magnet. I could go into a house and feel around and I know if it's haunted. I know it's there. I did it to my Gemini boyfriend. He can attest for me. First time I ever met him. Well, my grandmother. Let me get back to this and I'll tell you about the Gemini boyfriend, which is funny too. Not funny what happened, but funny in the aspect of me knowing things that I should not know. And he knew that I knew that I should not know. So it was kind of, wait till I tell you that one. This is where I really start getting intuitive. Hang tight. The only night that they did not have for my grandmother for somebody to go and stay with her overnight was Wednesday nights. And I told my dad, I'll do it. Because that came back to me when my grandmother said there's going to come a point in time where you're going to need to help your grandmother. I expect you to do so. I had school Tuesdays and Thursdays. I was off Mondays and Wednesdays. So I took Wednesday nights to go stay with my grandmother because they couldn't find anybody for Wednesday nights. And I had that night off. So why wouldn't I go do that? She's my grandmother, for Pete's sake. I get it. There's 19 grandkids. Well, I never personally saw anything here except for orbs. There has never, or I've saw shadows. I've never saw anything because these spirits here knew I was powerful and knew that I could get rid of them if I saw them. So what they would do is they would attack me on other levels, but they would show themselves to other people who did not know how to get rid of them. They weren't dumb spirits that were here. They were smart as shit. So they were intelligent spirits. But I knew that they were here. And there were times where I was pushed down the steps here. My feet would just come flying right out. Like someone took my feet and just, oh yeah. It was not a nice spirit that was here. They wouldn't show themselves to me, but they would to other people. But this land also was cursed too. So it wasn't really the house that was haunted. It was the land that was, even the other house that was here that I'm positive that burnt down before this house was built. I didn't even know how I knew that, but I knew it. And I couldn't even get any proof on it. I just knew. It was weird how I just would know things. And then, because it was a vacant lot, I did the history. But there was so much stuff because of the river over here flooding before they put that wall up. They lost a lot of records and stuff. But there was a house that used to sit right where this house sat. And I have a picture of it on my one cell phone, which I'm going to have to get out sometime. I actually have it in my car. It's an old flip phone too. So that, if that tells you how old it is, because of that picture, I actually want to get a picture made that there was a house that sat right here where this house sits. And that was from back in 1890. Oh, I do. I know that I do. And anybody who knows me knows that I do. It's just a lot of people don't believe it because they don't want to. Because they look at me as average and I'm not. Damn it, I'm not average. These gifts had to be developed though through character and integrity, and before I could get the full on manifestation of these, it's going to increase. Before I could get the full on manifestation and integrity, I had to go through test and hardship, and that way when it came, I wouldn't misuse it, because people can misuse this stuff and they do. You see it all over YouTube now. People misuse it. Even if they have a little bit of intuition, they misuse it. That's the difference between them and me. And I will pat myself on the shoulder for that. Them people are on here to keep people stuck and make money. I'm on here to help people. And it would be nice if I got, rewarded in kind for all the energy that I do express. So, oh, the Gemini. Speaking of Gemini, the Gemini who I was dating, the first time I met his family, the first time I was in his grandmother's house, which she actually lives in now, the first frickin' time, we're sitting on the couch, and I'm uneasy the whole time I'm sitting there because I'm feeling this shit, and I'm getting this downloads of information about the environment. I can feel it. And we go to leave. We're sitting out in his car. And I said, so, who died in that house? I'm like, did your grandmother and them build that house? Like, did they live there the whole, like, who died in that fucking house? And he just looked at me funny because we've never talked about any of his relatives that we just started dating. We didn't talk about this stuff. And he's like, well, my grandfather passed. I'm like, no, it's not him. Not him. There's a younger fella. There's a younger person that died in that house. Who died in the room that was right above where we were sitting? And he just looked at me. I said, that spirit is still there. It's not rested. The spirit is still there. And here I found out then his uncle Louis had shot himself when I think he was 20, I think, and killed himself. He was on life support for a while, but he ended up passing. But he shot himself in the room right above where we were sitting. I didn't know this. Yeah, I know. I do too. However, we ended up crossing him over. So the family's still stuck up under this umbrella of poverty, though. It's sad. Then my house is a whole different ballgame. This place was bad. This whole area was bad. The energy in this place was just so thick and not light and fluffy and happy to be here. That's a lot of the reason why I have a lot of the lights and stuff that I do to make it more chipper and joyful. And it keeps my spirits up and stuff like that. It's the reason I painted my walls like the wall behind me is pretty dark, but it's the reason why the other walls in here are like a sage green because it's calming and has that effect. And everything else I lightened up from downstairs. I brightened everything up because it was pretty drab there for a while, and I was like, I gotta brighten this place up. So I did. It's exactly what I did. Put some color in here, and yep. And it was weird because I lived here, and then I moved away. I ended up, me and the Gemini broke up. I moved away. Oh, and that was weird too. When I moved up to Jersey Shore, there were the thanks. I love my room. Everyone's like, this is probably the room you would have wanted to have when you were a teenager, isn't it? I'm like, pretty much. I don't care. I'm. I don't give a shit if people think my room's immature. I love my room. My room's dope as shit, and it's mine. They don't like it. I don't care. My daughter has really good decorating taste too. I give her credit. She has lights all around her room too. She's smart too. I love my room. Well, there's one other thing that I gotta bring up here, and I haven't done it yet, and I'm doing it. And I don't care if it pisses off the person that left it in my apartment, but I have a guitar. Which I don't play guitar, but I love the painting that's on it. It has like all the planets and shit. Dude, I don't know if I want to hang it on my wall. This guitar is it's an acoustic guitar. I don't know if I want to hang it on my on the wall or if I want to get a guitar stand for it. It's awesome. It has like the planets painted on it, and my dad plays guitar really freaking good. So I could get it, and it's strung. It's funny. Someone knew the person who owned the guitar, and they were like, "Can I buy that off of you? $2,000. That's how much he owes me." Well, that's his guitar his mom gave him that passed away. I said, well, then he shouldn't have left it there. $2,000, you can have it back. He left it there, along with the rest of his shit that I had to get rid of after 6 fucking months of no rent. I don't think so. So, it didn't that mean that much to him. He didn't take it with him when he left. So, it's mine. Now it's mine. And it's awesome. And I'm going to use it as a backdrop on my YouTube. Yes, I am. Y'all love it. You will, I guarantee it. It's fucking awesome. I was gonna keep it down in my office, but I don't like it in there. I don't like going in there. That means work. I like my room. My office is actually pretty cool though too. I must say. My whole house is nice actually. I want a roommate really bad. I really do. Hell, I even have an attic room, which is usually my daughter's room. It's a whole attic room that I redid. It was my room for the longest time, but I got tired of having to move downstairs and because it gets too hot up there in the summertime and I refuse to run an air conditioner. 1 month it was like $500. I was like, I don't think so. No, nada. And it still didn't keep it cool up there. And it was pretty good and insulated, but it was still the attic and it was just hard to keep it nice and cool. Almost near impossible. So I wasn't doing that anymore. I moved down here. That's kind of off limits in the summertime. Falling like this time of year, oh yeah, like perfect. Like 6 months out of the year, perfect room. Great party room. And I have a pool table and everything down in my basement. I want to get that all kind of. There's a lot of shit I gotta do. I'm just telling y'all, there's a lot of stuff I have to do. It'd be really nice to have a partner. Dude, the other night I had a dream. I had a dream. Yeah, I have a pool table too. The other night I had a dream that I was walking through this really freaking awesome apartment. And I was like, dude, it had a freaking hot tub. It had like, it was nice. Had a kitchen off from it. And then it's like you walked in and it had this living room. And then behind where, like, I could sort of see it, the bedroom was like a master suite. It was like, I love this apartment. And then I woke up and I was with somebody, a guy I didn't recognize. And off to the one side there was actually an like a sitting area. I'm thinking my pool table would look really good sitting in there. It was weird. Like I said, it was like I was there with a guy I didn't even know, and I was like, he was hot too. Like, please, spirit, bring me in whoever that was, as long as they're not a narcissist. Please. Like I'm having dreams about people I don't know now. So that could be a good thing. Because I keep on saying I don't want anybody from the past. So her, they better be new and they better not be an energy vampire-ish narcissist. So her. Oh, and I already told you all about the thing up at Nick's house. That Libra X that got on here the other week. About the ghost that came out to play at his house too. They'd open up all the cabinet doors. Like I said, yeah, they knew. And it was interesting because I called all that out too. His dad passed away there. And it was to the day. It was to the day. We come downstairs, everything was open. I don't know. We were getting ready to either go somewhere or do something. I don't quite recall if I left that day or if I left the next day. Either way, I'm pretty sure I left the next day. But we were sitting outside and I'm like, who passed in the room? Did someone pass downstairs? And he's like, yeah, my dad. He said, actually, today's the anniversary of that, or tomorrow. It was one of the two. It was either that day or the next day. So, well, your dad's saying hello. All the cabinet doors, the refrigerator, the dishwasher, the TV turned on by itself, everything opened, drawers pulled out, everything. was interesting. I talked to his mom about that then too. Another time that I went up. And I come to find out, it wasn't just his dad that died in that house. There was 2 other people. So yeah. I never really felt uneasy in there though. Like it wasn't like a bad energy, except for what came off him. And I'll just tell you, the last time I went up to see him, like I said, it was like 7 months. Last June, July-ish. And we're not on the same page. Not at all. It's like I can't be pissing with you. Like you're 3D, and like I'm not trying to like put him down or anything for that. We're just not alike, and I can't be with somebody who's not on this journey. I can't. He's hot, like he's a good looking guy. Like I'm not saying that he's not a good looking guy. He is. But those are the type. AJ was a good looking guy too. I had to walk away from him because he was cheating hoe. This guy couldn't get over his exes. He was still talking to his Pisces ex-girlfriend. And I'm like, fuck that. Like, no. And she lived up there. So who knows how much they've been fucking around. I don't need that bullshit in my life. Mm-hmm. I don't need that. I don't need that inconsistency. I need somebody who's all about me. And I'm all about them. And we're building an empire together. Not, oh, well, yeah. Not, oh, well, I'll see you in another 6 months. Fuck you. Fuck that. I say that with the sincerest of love. I don't want to. And like he is in college, and he's still like he's an adult student, but he's in college. And his integrity level isn't where mine is, and I don't think so. It's not gonna happen. Unless he went through a mass transformation and he completely, I don't see it. Sorry. Saying, hey, I miss you on my live stream because he can't get a hold of me any other way because he no longer has my cell phone number because I changed it. Get the hint. I changed it so I couldn't get snuck up on by any of these past people. I did it on purpose. They're not on my Facebook. Yes, I think he's on the gram, but and I think you liked the picture a few weeks ago that I posted on the gram. So I figured he'd just pop on my YouTube live stream and say, "Hey, I miss you." Well, I kind of let into him. I said, "Well, if you missed me, maybe you wouldn't have treated me like shit when you had me. Then you wouldn't have to miss me, now would you?" Right? Think. Maybe we could have got over that Pisces. Not to mention, my one necklace. Um, I'm pretty sure. Well, I know it's up there, and who knows what he did with it. He probably stole it or ditched it, threw it away. Who fucking knows? And it had my kids' baby pictures on it. He does not have no sanctity of life, and I do. So I don't give whatever other people want to do with their body. That's their opinion. But for me and who I'm going to surround myself with, as far as a couple, um, I need somebody who's on the same page as I am. We don't have to be exactly like, we can differ on opinion, but when you've caused 3 babies to be aborted, I have an issue with that, and you have an integrity issue, and I don't want to be with somebody like that. Sorry. That's just me. I'm gonna say it like it is. I don't care what other people do. That's up to them. But when I'm And that's their demons that are gonna mess with me. I don't fucking think so. And their karma. Yeah. Yep. Probably why he's not with the Pisces anymore. He doesn't understand that though. Oh no, we both agreed on it. Yep. I say to all those people, grow the fuck up. Man up, grow up. I don't want kids. Well, then wrap your fucking dick. Or get a vasectomy. One of the two. Somebody knows they don't want children. Then please prevent having children. I'm sorry. I don't want to make you feel nauseous. Sorry. That's just my opinions on everything. For myself. He was not the type of person I want to be with. He's not. And there's no integrity there. He's told me stupid shit like the stuff writing $10,000 worth of bad checks on purpose. Like, your ass should be in jail. Well, it could be the energy of what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. I told you some of the other shit he'd do too. It is what it is, dude. Like, that's not me. And that's not the type of life I live. I'm not a cheating dude. I'm telling you, the only reason he's going to school is so he don't have to fucking work. I mean, when your own mother says, "Do you want to take him?" No, that's a bad sign right there. Oh my god, it is. I have a cat in heat. Did you hear her? Do you want to take her? Stop it! Go downstairs and cry. It's so annoying. She knows I'm in here talking, so she'll sit out there and cry. They're horny. I don't think it's really a painful thing. I think it's, please fertilize my egg. I know how that feels. It's like I said, if I ain't getting laid up in this bitch, neither is she. Nope. We're all celibate up in this house. After the kitten little experiment, yeah. I end up with 2 black cats. I don't think so. Not anymore. They're Gemini twins, too. Now, MJ found a home, but I still have Molly. And no, I did not name those cats. My kid did. Go figure. Molly and MJ. Jameson's not here anymore. Jameson is actually with her one friend. That one, he should be with her, which pisses me off because I'm like, well, I want him back then. If he's not gonna be with you, well, he likes it with Eric. I miss Jamerson. Well, then go visit him. He's my fucking cat. He was supposed to be your cat, and you just left him there. Because her dad won't let her have cats. So, this is a bad view. I love cats too. I miss Jameson. He was a good cat. I have pictures of him laying over top of my head. His paws. He was so cute. And Blue, he doesn't come around a whole lot. Usually he's the one who gets bullied into trying to fertilize the girls. He tries. It just doesn't happen. Because he's fixed. I want to get the girls fixed. I just can't afford it. So I probably should get them fixed. I'll have to figure out if I can figure out a way to get them fixed. I gotta get Blue a haircut first. I gotta do that within the next week. So I gotta call and do that maybe this week. Him's getting his line cut back. Yep. He'll feel more like himself. I don't know if you ever saw a Persian cat with a line cut. Look it up. That's gonna be my Blue. Yeah, I have a cat named Blue. How'd that happen? My first real cat ever. He's the grandpa up in this bitch. Like, he runs the roost, but really he don't. I'm so cute, though. My hair was blue before. I had my hair blue. I had my hair pink. Dude, if you were on my Facebook, I've had my hair all different colors. This is the most normal my hair has actually been. Ever. Well, I'm in central Pennsylvania. So, I mean, the way my decorations and my house looks, it looks like I got a lot of money, but I don't. This is just decorations that I've had for years. I just keep my stuff nice, or stuff that I've ended up collecting from, like those I painted silver. They were actually brown wood. I just paint all of my stuff, and then it looks nice. I don't know. I haven't bought new furniture in a while. Well, that's good. Maybe it's because we got off the topic of that other person. Sorry. We're out in central PA. I'm near Harrisburg too, about 50 miles south. Oh, I had Kitten Little, Blue, Molly, and Jack. Do you live near what part of central PA? Like, I know you said near Harrisburg. I'm in Sunbury, so you know where I'm at. Right along the Susquehanna. I'm telling you, the river is right out there. I love Jack too. I love them too. It's just, he always comes up and gets all up in my shit, and then I'm like, I can't move. And there's a whole bed. But he has to be right up against me. And I don't mind them doing it sometimes, but it gets old. I don't really know of any other readers in Pennsylvania, except for, I mean, I know that there's people that do this, but not on YouTube. I was going to ask you if you were near Dolphin. Halifax? Because apparently you're on the same side of the river. My, oh yeah. Dude, I drive down by that way all the time when I have to go to Harrisburg. I go over freaking 322 to 83. I go that way all the time when I'm traveling. There's a church down in Harrisburg where I got schnockered in the spirit, and that changed my life. So just putting that out there. It's called the Life Center. Ever hear of it? Good church. I do like it there. Don't go there anymore, but I did like it there. Just 100 miles to drive to go to church every Sunday would just, and then I wouldn't want to leave when I got there. So nah, wouldn't be bad to go like once a month. It's called the Life Center. It's a really good church. You probably really like it, to be honest with you. They talk real shit. They still have a little bit of religiosity in them, but they do talk real shit. I don't fit the mold for church. I really don't. My version of church is up in the convent with the nun on YouTube. That's my version of church. Divine feminine reading. But I do love Jesus. We all know this. Um, my ex used to work down, my Scorpio ex down near Halifax. I don't fit anywhere. I tried to fit in. I don't fit anywhere. My Scorpio ex did a. Are they still doing the bridge construction down that way? Because he worked on that. He was working on that project before he got put in prison. Clark's Ferry Bridge, yeah. He was down there all the time. Now he's in Camp Hill, I think. So he's near Harrisburg. Like I said, the universe made sure we weren't getting back together. Not until he got his shit together, and even then, probably not. I know. Well, he was the one that was helping with doing that road construction in between, I think it was Halifax and. If you take the ramp right off the Clark's Ferry Bridge and go down and you make a left, that whole road out there was under construction. He was part of that project. So, But I like Harris. I like that area. It's better than here. I mean, I have a dope ass house. Don't get me wrong, but the people around here suck. They just do. But I'm thinking that anywhere I go, the people are probably gonna suck. Oh, because I've dated people that weren't from around here, and it was a disaster. Like I said, that one dude was from Altoona. This isn't really a small town. Sunbury is a city, and it's, dude, there was just a person stabbed 2 blocks away from me last week. There was another chick who freaking tried to, um, uh, Domino's guy, um, he pulled over to deliver pizza, and she got a gun out after him. Oh, okay. Yeah, small town life. Yeah, it can be good and bad. I lived in a small town, very religious community. Yeah. Um, I'm not sure how many we had a really big influx of city people. Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a dude who got stabbed over here in the 700 block on Edison Avenue. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure did. And then like I said, there was a lady a few weeks ago that went crazy. And then the cops lost. They took her up to Danville to have her, or to the hospital to have her put in the psych ward, and she slipped out. And she was at large. I kid you not. The incompetency. I'm just, they can't keep our kids safe around here. They can't do shit. Oh yeah, it is craziness. And then our police force is like, they want to build a new police station, but they are so understaffed. It's crazy. It's like, why? I think the police station you have now is perfectly fine, considering you're way understaffed. Ridiculous. So, our mayor sucks. He didn't do shit. He doesn't know what he's doing. Not that I would know either, but I think I'd be better mayor than him. Well, we actually have to get the stadies to help because we're so understaffed here. That's why crime is going up. Not to mention the influx of big city people come here, or Williamsport, or Harrisburg too. We're all basically becoming one big fucking metropolis between Harrisburg and the whole way up through. And then everybody's all worried about the coronavirus. And then I heard the most ridiculous thing today. Or was it last night? Might have been last night. I didn't listen to a whole lot of it because I'm thinking, that can't be. They were saying about this coronavirus that the only people that are going to die from this coronavirus are people who are narcissists. It's going to attack the narcissist. What? How's it going to know that? I mean, it is what it is, but like these conspiracy theories and people are just, yeah. I'm thinking, you're out of your fucking mind. But maybe I'm... do you want to know the weird part about this? I'm going to let y'all know right now. The nun out in Cali, in LA. It's like she lives in my house. I kid you not. She knows things about me that she should not know. She does the Aries reading. She actually called out. She said the one thing was nesting. Like she does a lot of oracle cards and stuff along with her tarot, but she uses flashcards too. She's a brilliant reader. And I'm not calling out any other readers on here usually, but she's one that I will. And she had actually mentioned about the Aries reading for February. She said, and it started out, here, I'll let you listen to it. And I'll let you listen to part of it real quick. And I had to email her and I'm like, do you live up in my house? Like for real. I gotta play it. Just listen to the very first part of it. Because it was right at the beginning. And I'm like, are you living in my house? Because, yeah, lady. Look at this. And I sent her a picture of what she had said. Where is it at?
Welcome to my channel and my Trippin' and Non Tarot. My name is Cockfrost, but you could call me the Ghetto Nun.
I love the nun.
So I'm here to do your February general / love reading, my G.
Can you hear that?
I do cuss in my readings and give no fucks about it. So if you do, please get the fuck on. I do start all of my cards upright in my deck. I don't believe in starting out with reversals because that's some bullshit. Also, I did pre-shuffle, but I did not lay any cards out. Please keep in mind this may or may not resonate with every single Aries. Give no fit nuts. Info for private readings will be below the video. If you find that the convent is not for you, please look for the nearest exit marked "Get the fuck on." Watch your head on the way out. Hit the alley. You'll be back in Tarot land. Please take the time to check out the community board. It's like the farmers market for all the nuns where they have their businesses, purposes, gifts,
Seriously, subscribe to her channel.
If you'd like to submit your business, please check the info in the description box below the video. Thank you to everyone for all the bookings, donations, likes, subscribes, comments, and shares. Love you. All right, y'all. Let's see what's up. Aries. Give me some messages for Aries in...
I'll tell you in a minute. Hang on. Listen to this.
What is the month? February. Give me some messages for Aries in February. My mind went blank a little bit. I think my mind's playing tricks on me, Aries. I don't know. Is that significant to anybody? I ain't really decided what this card is, but this could be mother's love. This could be mom and child love. This could be, it feels like parental love is what it feels like. So you could be receiving this, giving this, Aries. Yeah, it's probably your kids disciplining their ass like I'm beating your ass with love. Shit, I'm beating you with the belt with love. Shit, with the couch. This is all family, Aries here. There could be some relationship you're restricting yourself from, someone you love very much that you have to show some tough love to, Aries here. You could be disciplining your children in February, maybe more so than you normally would. I don't know. Maybe you're just running a tight fucking ship. Like, maybe it's just a lot of confusion lately, and you're like, fuck that, we got to get shit in order around here. Right?
Pretty much.
In order. It's like that type of feeling. Like, you're doing it because it's just... I feel like you need balance, and with balance, it's because of structure, Aries, and so it's almost like you switching up shit, like the way you do things or whatever. Some of y'all just cleaning up your house real good and spending more time with your children if you have children, if not, just with loved ones, period. Doing what you love, you know? You're not restricting yourself from love and feeling comfortable, Aries, is what I'm seeing in February. Ow! Okay. Put one on motherly parental love here for Aries.
Oh, just wait. She calls something out. I'm just like, what the?
Okay. I'm like, any day now, Aries. Shit, we ain't got all night. Shit. The gift came out reversed. This is what this looks like upright. Could be a fire sign you're dealing with here. It's called the gift, but reverse, obviously, this bitch ain't dropping off shit. Like, bitch, nah. So maybe you're holding back love from someone, Aries, restricting yourself from someone. This could be you. Shit, fire sign. This is you restricting your love from someone. I feel like it's hard to do because you really love this person, or this is a friend, a family member, or something like that. But
my divine masculine ended up going to Camp Hill. And pretty much when I saw him at County the last time, it was like I knew that was it. I had a feeling that he was either going to lose my I think he had it memorized though, but I had a feeling that he was going to not contact me for a while. I knew it, and I released it. I was like, whatever, and I was fine with that. And actually, things have been looking up since he hasn't. My money, my shit, everything, my energy, everything. And it's like I hear this reading, and I look back over the last month, and I'm like, she mentioned something about a nest. She says if you have a nest growing on your roof or on the eaves or on a porch, she called it the fuck out. I didn't even realize I have a nest. She said this reading's especially for you if you have a nest that's on your house. And I'm like, well, I always have a dove outside, and there's a picture. Actually, one of my thumbnails is a picture of that nest. I'm not sure if it's from the dove, but I know that there's a dove that's always around here that I hear. Oh, it usually wakes me up in the morning, and usually it comes in the evenings too and coos. I'll go to the window all the time and just listen to it. But there was a dove's nest also on my apartment building on apartment 3 last year. So I had a dove that woke me up on my birthday, and I cried last year. I actually have it on my YouTube. That same dove tried to come in my damn window. And you guys know how flighty doves are, but that's like Spirit's way of saying, look, I'm with you. And I welcome that. But she ends up bringing this up because it's so significant to me about how much I love birds. I love doves. I love watching them. And then I have a nest on my eaves, like and I sent her a picture with an email that says, bitch, you living up in my house, like for real. And I said, I don't know if it was a divine feminine reading. I don't know what reading it was. I said, but look, you called this out about having a nest on your house or on your porch in the top, and you were right here it is. And she's like, wow. I'm like, and you're on the West Coast and I'm on the East. Like, how do you know this stuff?
Somebody
and I'm an Aries.
Restraining yourself, holding back your love from. Protectiveness. Yeah, shit. Damn, look at her. How much hairspray, bitch? Yeah, protective.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Dude, like, you have to subscribe to her channel.
That's why. So your heart, you're protecting your heart, Aries, from somebody that you really, really love. I feel like this person has hurt you a lot. And it's almost like if I keep fucking doing this shit, like I'm actually just like putting my own heart at risk at this point. Yeah, so you are protecting your heart, Aries, in February. For sure, for sure. Your kids, some of y'all are like really overprotective over your...
Look up the Ghetto Nun. But her channel is Am I Trippin' or No? Is it not? Is it like Am I Trippin' or No Tarot? You will love her. She'll be doing all the monthlies. She's late. She wasn't feeling good. But she did Divine Feminines today because I am one. I watch all of them. I know this. Like, I know I'm divine. I'm not dumb. So, wait, just listen to this.
Your kids, I don't know why, but some of y'all are. Okay, just with shit going on around in the world. Some of y'all are just very,
Tell her I sent you. Blue flame.
Some of y'all are just gonna just be more connected to your children if you have children, Aries, in the month of February for sure. Like you are holding what's close, what's important to you close to the heart, as well as your own heart, Aries. One on the belt here. Yeah, they're showing me like the lion's den, or like when like bears go to hibernate and take their cubs and stuff like that. It's like that, Aries, is what I'm feeling, like hibernation or something. One on the belt here for Aries. Why is this here for Aries in February? Yeah, these motherfuckers really flying out reverse too. So the stranded. Yeah, but this is reverse, Aries, so this is good to not be stranded, right? Nobody wants to be stranded. So basically, Aries, what I'm picking up is in February, you're paying attention to the things that love you and that you love back. It's reciprocated. You can't go wrong with your children, family members, for those, where that applies. But I feel like it's almost like people, places, and things that make you feel alone like this. Like they just seem like a unreachable goal. You know what I mean? Like, it's, let's say you in a relationship and you like, every time I get back with this motherfucker, we don't never make it past 6 days. You know what I mean? It's like a like unattainable goal. You letting go of that shit, as hard as it is, Aries and shit. But it's almost like I feel alone when I'm with the motherfucker, and I feel alone when I ain't with the motherfucker. So I might as well just not be with the motherfucker.
Amen.
That shit makes sense to me. It's like alone by choice, or like, so it's almost like I'm paying attention to the things that matter. Aries is what you're going through in February. It's kind of dope. One on the couch. Especially if you're a single mom with a daughter or little girls, for sure. One on the couch here. Yeah, House of Flowers. Yeah. It's like y'all cleaning up the house, putting in plug it in, plug-ins, potpourri and shit. I feel like a real, like, I'm telling you, like, hibernation, motherly, like, vibe, like, taking care of my kids, sweeping. Look at the people down at the bottom with the big fan. It's like getting rid of old things, old furniture, old clothes. Like, I feel like this could be somebody's shit, Aries, that you move and fuck out. I do see a split up here, but if it is a split up, see how those houses are split? It's a good thing, because flowers are blooming. So there is like something good out of that. Like, it's free is what I'm hearing. It feels like you're getting rid of some bad energy, Aries, to be honest with you, in February. And then because you do that, some good energy comes in. You allow some good energy to come in. I feel like your kids feel better and shit. I feel like they're telling me specifically, if birds lay a nest in your roof, this message is for you. I don't know. In your roof.
There it is.
Like, oh, okay, they're showing me. It's outside. I'm like, how would they know? Okay, so it's not really the roof. It's like say you have a patio or something, like a awning or something before you enter your house. If there's a bird's nest there, this is for you, they said. Okay. I guess the gift you've been getting is bird shit, but it looks like maybe they stopped. I don't know. Some of y'all are going to back out of a trip.
And I was like, none? How do you know this? And I have a bird's nest right outside coming inside my door. But it's on my side patio porch. I guess the gift you're getting is bird shit, she said. She's hilarious. I kid you not. This woman has helped me heal more than any other tarot reader. I mean, I did the work, but like, dude, she fucking called out the coronavirus. She called out these earthquakes and shit before they fucking happened. There's a few other things that have not quite happened yet, but it's starting to. You can feel the rumblings of it. So she's absolutely my favorite tarot reader of all time. She's better than me. I actually got private readings with her. She's good. The only person I ever got technically private readings from. So if I can't help you as far as with the private reading, go to her. Not even shitting you. She's good. I'm more on the energy part of it with the energy clearings. And I mean, I'm great at reading cards, obviously. But she's like hilariously, like, dude. My favorite reading of hers all time. It was the first reading I've ever listened to, and it just came up on the note of. It was the tram ride through Fucktardia. Oh, we will definitely do that. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. I have so many testimonials at this point. Dude, just the laughter and the shit she says is brilliant. I'm like, and she's a Libra, like, she's a Libra sun, moon, or Libra sun, rising, and I think she has a Scorpio moon. And she has a bunch of planets in Scorpio. So, brilliance. Like, I love this woman. Like, not in like that way, but no, like our souls, we get it. She's technically my opposite sign, but my rising sign's Libra. So, yeah, I've had some private readings with her. Well worth it. So, see, I promote other people who are worth it. She just pretty much sticks with the divine feminine and the love readings and to kind of get you answers to the questions that you need. But she's brilliant. And like I said, I'm really good with private readings too, don't get me wrong. I gotta promote myself. I'm good. But she does like the divine feminine masculine, which I really should too. It's just she has a way different way of going about it. And I love her wit and her humor. It's hilarious. And she talks directly right to me. So, dude, she's good. So, yeah, and like I said, I express a lot of my energy on the energy clearings and stuff like that. That's where I'm good. So, along with reading too, I do both. I don't even need fucking cards. I've told people this. Cards do help guide though. The reading along. It is nice to have them. I don't technically need them because I'm psychic in my own right. As far as I can go to a house, I can tell if it's fucked. I can go to a house, I usually know it's there. I can get in someone's energy. I know. It's people, places, and things. I just know that I should not know. I do like the way she does put a lot of time into her channel, a lot more than I do. We all do. She puts a lot of time into her channel and not near as much as what I do. Or not near, I don't put near as much time into my channel as she does hers. As far as she doesn't ever really come on and do lives. She pretty much just does straight up readings and uploads them. She doesn't do live stuff. And she's done quite well just doing the way she does them. And she's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I come on here just to chit chat with my subs because I want to get to know them on a personal level. So, and I have, like, my subs I've pretty much what you see is what you fucking get. Pretty much. Ask Nova Nova. She's been on my channel for well over a year now, or right around a year. Nova Nova. You still on here? Biash. Are you still on here? Did you go over to the Nuns channel? I suggest you. Okay. Have you How did you find my channel? Oh, I went to her channel and sent the message. Blue Flame sent me over here. She's brilliant, I'm telling you. Okay. And I love him too. He falls off a lot though. Like I mean, I do too, but and I mean like he doesn't upload stuff a whole lot. Nor does he go live a whole lot. He is. He is. Um I noticed he really excels a lot in Pisces season. So do I. Uh I have a definite connection with him as far as with spirituality and stuff. He's got a very good heart. There was a definite like soul connection recognition there. I knew that I had with him. I knew that for a fact. But I wasn't sure to what extent. And he was dating somebody, so it was like wasn't like that. I don't know, but I do know one thing. A year ago from now, I'm on a whole different level. I don't know if you guys can tell this. Nova Nova. I'm not the same as I was a year ago, but I am the same. I'm still the same bitch. I'm just in a much better place. Oh. Yeah, I'm in a much better place now than what I was a year ago. Then again, I was still dealing with breaking up with the Aries. No, you're not coming in. Don't scratch under my door. I was trying to break up with that Aries, which I succeeded in doing. After the card showed me he was cheating on me. Durr. I knew it the whole damn time. Why didn't just fucking leave? I don't know. Like I said, how you get them is how you lose them. Karma's a bitch. There was people that was telling me stuff, and I was just like, am I shocked? No. That's my cats. And they went in, they went in. They're probably all laying right out on the floor, out right outside my bedroom. I had to plug my phone in because it was going dead. Either way, I think I will listen to the rest of the nun to go to sleep because she does make me laugh. My God. Her Divine Feminine reading this week was a little, oh boy. But your first reading, don't go straight to the Sagittarius reading. Go to the Fucktardia. It's way back. The tram ride. Look up the Ghetto Nun and look up her tram ride through Fucktardia. Watch that reading. And then watch whatever reading you want after that. Her Carrie, the one where she pulled the one with the Carrie, put Carrie clips in it from the video Carrie. Oh my God. It was like movie night with the Ghetto Nun. It was fucking awesome. She's brilliant. And I enjoy them. She did one also where she had movie clips of The Craft in it too. Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm telling you. So I always give her a big shout out. She was saying about on her stuff tonight or today. She wasn't feeling good, but she was saying about being your authentic self. Don't try and be like anyone else. Like, that's like a slap in the face to God. Be who you are. And she's right. 1000% right. So, like I said, check out the Fucktardia reading she did. Tram ride through Fucktardia. Check that one out. And then whatever, if you want to check out the movie night, the Fucktardia one was probably, I keep saying that. It was probably, I'd say last April or last May. Well, she didn't put out her videos for March yet. She's been sick, but she did do the Divine Feminine reading for this week. She does weekly readings. She does Grab Bag Monday, which I love. And then she does the monthlies for the signs too. But check out the tram ride through Fucktardia. I think that's what it's called actually, tram ride through Fucktardia. And she's brilliant. That's all I can say. You will laugh your ass off the whole entire time. She puts clips in some of her stuff. She hasn't done that lately, but she does. Just like her creativity is brilliant. She's just brilliant. All right. I love you guys. You guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with BFI on Saturday night. And I think I'm going to go downstairs and see if the cats have food and water, because I'm pretty sure they do. But I'm going to go grab myself something to eat and go to sleep and listen to the nun. You guys have a good night. See you later. Bye. Have a good night.